Do you associate any particular type of people or a certain type of person with Islam?
Um, Religious extremists, I mean, they all have the common Muslim backgrounds, usually.
Do you notice anti-Muslim sentiments reflected in society?
Well, today with the elections going on, we see a lot of debate, hot topics on this, and I think we do it, but we don't really notice it. You know, staring at Muslim people in an airport, for example. So we're not really doing it directly, but we don't exactly know we're doing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Have you had moments when you've recognized that and tried to go back and think, wait, oh my gosh, I have to fix this? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I travel a lot, and every time I see a man with a turban on a cell phone, yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but then you take the moment to realize, wait a second, he's probably just traveling the same as anyone else.
Why do you think you have these feelings?
I think that definitely in social media or in movies, they're always looked Muslims as bad people because of terrorism. You know, you don't usually see a good Muslim person in a movie or anything these days. They usually play the villains, terrorist organizations.
Do you think someone would watch a movie about a Muslim who was, quote, good?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, again, people don't exactly know they're being truly racist, so they probably would, but they might have some feelings during the movie that may give them a little fright.
What questions do you think people need to ask themselves to reduce kind of their racist tendencies, even ones they're not aware of?
I would say people really need to do some inner reflection. You know, are they being, what's the word? Xenophobe? Is that it?
Yeah, xenophobe.
Yeah, xenophobe. And, you know, just kind of unfairly stereotyping people just because they have different skin tone, different race, different religion.
What are the dangers that you can think of that would come from seeing people differently in that sense?
I think there's a large sense of xenophobia because of that, and I feel as though, you know, I mean, you also hear politicians that say that making these isolating comments towards Muslims in a way like inspires them to feel attacked in the U.S. and feel a sort of propensity to go on and become part of the threat. I feel like by isolating Muslims and alienating them in a culture, or alienating their culture, and in a way like targeting them socially, I feel like just that it'll just make them feel less like they belong, and it'll feel I feel like their self-worth and pride as like a community and as a culture would decrease.